a senior from Urbandale, Iowa, three-time All-American and reigning SECB champion, Rachel Dolley. A senior from Hamilton, Ohio, four-time All-American, Amelia Huntley. And ladies and gentlemen, honorary team member from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Bailey Warner. The Gators are coached by Owen Field and Adrian Burnett. And the head coach for your University of Florida Gators, Jenny Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, our judges for the competition this evening are Carol Hyde, Denise Weaver, Joe Mack, Cynthia Hills, and Carol Curley.
It's January 10th, 2020. We are here at the Exactech Arena at the Stephen C. O'Connell Center in Gainesville, Florida, where preseason number 3, University of Florida Gymnastics, opens at home against number 19, Arkansas. I'm Stacy Gleim, and I'm here with Florida Gymnastics alumni Amanda Cheney. Last year, when the Gators met at Arkansas, the win at Arkansas clinched the sole SEC regular season title for the University of Florida. Unfortunately, then at regionals, they failed to advance out of regionals to the NCAA championships. Amanda, you were part of that team. How do you think the gymnasts are feeling this year? How are they getting motivated, and what to expect this year?
Yeah, definitely. Last postseason was tough, to say the least, to end the season all the way out in Oregon. These girls are fired up, though. I know that anytime Florida faces an adversity, they will rise to the occasion, and they've had a whole preseason to do just that. And I think the coaches have really been good, at least at the end of last season when I was still there, about keeping this aside. We're going to move forward, we're going to remember it, but we're not going to dwell on it. So I'm very excited to see what these Gator girls are going to do tonight and the rest of the season, and as well as Arkansas. They had a pretty good season last year, and I think it's cool that they're both opening up here in the O-Dome, SEC matchup, and ready to go.
Yeah, this is the first time the Gators have ever opened up the season against Arkansas. Arkansas finished fifth at the SEC championships last year, and that's one of their goals this year, is to make it into the top seed ninth competition of SEC.
Yeah, you're split into 2 sessions, and the top 4 are in the later evening, so that's what their goal is this season, to break into that top 4. And I think this is a great way to start off with a competition like this against Florida. And I think with a new coaching staff, they're ready for something new.
Yeah, and let's talk about that new coaching staff for Arkansas really quick. They have Jordan Weber, Olympic team gold medalist.
Yeah, I think she learned from the best over at UCLA with Miss Val, and now she's ready to take on as a head coach. And she's young, and she's brought a great coaching staff in, and I think it's exciting to see what she's going to be able to put together with this team.
Yeah, she's a big advocate for safe gymnastics. She's won several awards for her work and her talks already. Young, at 24 years old. She's not much older than some of the girls she's even coaching, but she is very mature. She's been through it all, and I think she's going to do great things with this team.
I agree. She definitely knows what adversity looks like, and that's part of college gymnastics, is overcoming that, and I think she will be great to be that younger. She's not young attitude, but, to be able to work with girls who are just a little bit younger than her, I think it'll be a cool dynamic between the two of them.
And for Florida, they are returning so many members of this team. Only 1 freshman this year, and the rest are all returners. Who should we look out for Florida's team this year?
I think definitely that senior class is going to be something special. They've been so strong all 4 years, and to have 4 seniors, I think, is going to be key for that leadership on this team. And then, of course, you want to look out for the new freshman, Peyton Richards. We're going to see her on multiple events tonight, and how exciting is it for her to start her collegiate career in the O-Dome, competing multiple events. I think it's going to be Definitely nerve-wracking for her, but I think she's going to put together a great meet.
And she's going to be competing on 3 events this evening. For a freshman to come in right away, home opener, 3 events, that's amazing. But she's used to competing all around. For Illinois, she's won the Illinois State All-Around Championship the past 3 years in a row. So she is going to be one to look for tonight. It's the 3rd time in program history that we've only had 1 freshman in the freshman class.
Especially last year, we had 6 freshmen, so that's huge number.
Well, when we start out, Florida is going to be on vault, and Arkansas is going to be on bars. Who should we look out for on Arkansas's team?
Right off the bat, we are going to have senior, who is Jessica Yamzon. She's been on all around for every single meet so far in her college career, and she's going to start them off. So I think we're definitely going to look for her. And then we're going to have 1 redshirt freshman in there who wasn't able to compete much last year, so it's exciting for her to get back in the lineups. But yeah, I think those 2 are definitely 2 to look out for. And then we'll also have some exhibitions this evening, which is always great to look out for too on these early meets.
Yeah, and this is the first meet. There's going to be girls out there who they're just testing it out. These first couple meets of the year, everyone's just getting practice, seeing what's the best fit for the actual lineup leading into later in the season.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity for coaches to play with different competitors and just see how they do under pressure. And you're getting the same exact nervous feeling in you, and you still get to compete and get a score. So, yeah.
So just to run through the lineup today on these first events, Florida on vault is first going to be Sierra Alexander, then Naya Reed, Alyssa Bauman, Savannah Shanehair, Trinity Thomas, Peyton Richards, Amelia Hunley is going to be the exhibition tonight. On bars for Arkansas, Jessica Yamzon, Sophia Carter, Kaylee Gillings, Kennedy Hambrick, Bailey Lovett, Sydney Laird, and in the exhibition spot, Kiara
Jenfon.
So we'll be looking out for those. There's just a few seconds left in the touch warm-up period, and then we're going to start the competition portion. And it's a great crowd tonight for the season opener.
It is loud in here.
We'll get an official count later on. First up on vault, we have senior Sierra Alexander from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Vault is definitely Sierra's event. She has a huge block off the table, and that's definitely what we're going to look out for here.
And she missed most of the 2018 season with that Achilles tear, and she came back so strong last year.
Absolutely. Here's her Yurchenko full. Huge block, just one step on her landing, but what a great vault, what a great way to start the season.
And
set the tone.
And she's so tall, and her body position in the air is just gorgeous, and laid that out.
Once she gets that landing, it's going to be a huge score, but great vault for Sierra.
She had a high of 9.875 in the past. Last year, she shared the team award for most improved with teammate Megan Skaggs.
Yeah, and that award's actually voted on by the team, so that's also cool.
Next up on bars, we have Jessica Yamzon, their leader on this event, every competition last year.
Great reverse Tkachev right there. She's just consistent every time out. She just does the same thing, which is so nice to. That's a good feeling for the team too, to know that they can count on her. That was a bail handstand, great position there. Beautiful handstands. Full twisting double layout, stuck dismount, first meet out.
Nice.
Goodness gracious, that was great.
In that lead-off position, that score is huge. To get the ball rolling, to get the scores higher even than that first person.
Yeah, so rotation goes on. So Sierra got a 9.775 on that vault, so good start. Remember that Yurchenko full doesn't start from a 10.0, starts from a 9.95, so good score for her.
Next up, Nia Reed, sophomore from Landover, Maryland, a high of 9.875 on this event for her Yurchenko 1.5.
And that Yurchenko 1.5 right here you're going to see is a 10-0 start value. So Florida has quite a bit 10-0 start values in their lineup, so that only can help them out as a team score. Here's your Yurchenko 1.5. Good landing! Little hop, but good position in the air. Excited after that.
And one of those season highs last year of the 9.875 came at the SEC Championships.
Which is even more impressive, absolutely.
Up next on bars for Arkansas is going to be Sophia Carter, the junior from Blue Springs, Missouri. High of a 9.825 on this event.
Looks like the judges are still waiting a little bit on that last routine.
2 years ago at Florida was her highest all-around she's had in collegiate history. She will not be competing all-around today, but she does know how to get it done in the all-around.
Definitely test your nerves a little bit here when you're waiting on the judges, but we'll see what she can do here.
They're still on bars judging Jessica Yamzon's score. Jessica was the second freshman, when she was a freshman, that to ever qualify to NCAA's as a all-around competitor.
That just says a lot right there. All right, here we go with Sophia Carter. Starting right on the high bar here. Great handstand. Very pretty lines. Nice Jaeger. Good bail handstand over there. Just gonna finish up with a dismount here. Good lines, good rhythm.
Keeps her feet glued together right after she hits that handstand.
A little late there. Double tuck. Okay, good landing, good landing.
Had to pull it in just a little bit at the end. Made her take that step back. Next up on vault, we have Alyssa Bauman. In the debut against Alabama last year of her Yurchenko 1.5, she scored a 9.875 on this.
Yeah, so we'll see her 1.5 again. She had a little difficulty last season getting it on the hard ground, but I think this whole preseason she's really nailed it in, and we'll see what she can do here tonight.
Junior from Dallas, Texas.
She's had a lot of elite gymnastics experience, so I always like watching her in the O-Dome. Wow, little closed shoulders. It makes you want to rotate a little bit.
Had to she felt that it was short. She started to bend the knees and just had to sit it down. So with that fall, there's 6 competitors. You can drop one score.
Right.
So that should be the score to drop for Florida. Now everyone else just has to hit.
Absolutely. You know, it's the first meet. Got to get those jitters out. So move on from there.
Next up on floor is Kaylee Gillings. She has never competed on bars.
So here we go. College debut right here.
She is a junior. This is her first time competing for Arkansas on bars.
That's exciting for sure. She's going to start the same way last Sophia Carter did, so let's see. Good handstands all around with Arkansas so far. Going to see the same release again. Just close those shoulders again and kind of couldn't get all the way around that Jaeger.
And it's so hard, especially a fall on bars, because now you've got to get the extra swing in. It's a lot of extra energy.
A lot of extra energy. Good handstand there, though. A little short on the bail. She does have pretty lines, so I can see when that release gets there.
Push through the dismount.
On the bars for Arkansas.
Hopefully that can be there.
Yes,
Score the
again,
gauge drop.
another drop. Up next on vault, we've got Savannah Shane here, a sophomore from Columbus, Georgia. High on this event is a 9.9.
And Savannah actually qualified to the national championships for vault last year, and she just has a consistent 1.5 that she really sees the landing, which is hard to do on this vault.
And she was in every vault lineup for the Gators last year. Really excelling.
She's got a quick power to her. Yep, there you go. Powerful. Had to take a little hop at the landing, but good vault, especially coming off of Alyssa before that.
So Alyssa's was a 9.175 after that fall. Up next on bars, we're going to have Kennedy Hambrick.
Up next for Arkansas on the bars, Kennedy Hambrick.
Her high on this event is a 9.9.
Pressure's on a little bit her with that fall in the last routine, but with that high score, I think she can do it here.
They like starting
They
up
do
to
like
high
starting
first.
on the high bar. Another good handstand. Same release. Much higher, much higher.
Straight to the
Connected to the low bar, yep. Good Giants. Full twisting double back, stuck it. Very, very good for her.
Way to come back after that fall.
That'll give that team some momentum now going forward as they finish up their lineup there.
Next up on vault, we have Trinity Thomas, the sophomore from York, Pennsylvania, SEC vault champion, after equaling her collegiate best of 9.95 at SECs.
Trinity Thomas.
Trinity's power is unreal on this event, and when she gets that landing, there's not much to take as a judge. Again, the same Yurchenko 1.5. Hop forward, step in a hop.
But a huge vault.
Huge vault, really.
Vault. And it's early.
Yes,
they're
very
excited.
early.
They've not been
First
taking a
event
lot of
out.
hard landings, and
These
they're
are
just
all good mistakes to have.
a lot of energy. Forward is better. You'd rather go forward. That's showing that you're overdoing it rather than underdoing it.
Absolutely.
Next on the bars for Arkansas, Bailey Lovett.
Next up on Arkansas, Bailey Lovett. She is a redshirt freshman from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Good lines. Big toe on Scotch right there, and she's going to go straight down to the low bar with the bail handstand.
Last year, she only competed in one floor exercise rotation during competition and then sat out the rest of the year.
So this is her college debut, sort of, too.
Yes.
Good giant full up on top of the bar. Nice dismount. Took one little step. Don't think she had to, but good routine. Good
Yeah,
routine.
and even with that elbow brace on,
Yep,
she
she's
looked
still going.
excellent. Yep. Next up on vault for Florida is our lone freshman, Peyton Richards from Mokina, Illinois.
Payne has that same Yurchenko 1.5 start 10-0 start value.
Please welcome for her first performance as a Florida Gator, Peyton Richards.
And competing for Florida has been her dream since the 5th grade.
And look at her now. Packed house in here. Loud, good energy. Awesome vault.
Wow, way
She
to
did
go.
that all the way around.
Richards.
Opening vault here at the University of Florida. Excellent.
What a way to start your career. That is so exciting. Trinity Thomas on that last vault got a 9.825. And then we'll move over here to
Up
bars.
next on the bars for Arkansas, Sydney Laird.
Next up on bars, Sydney Laird. Sydney is a junior from Kings Mountain, North Carolina, beam and bar specialist. Has a high of 9.925 on this event.
Same skill we just saw. Very pretty lines. A little short handstand there, but good on top of the bar on that one. Nice bail handstand again. She'll finish with her dismount. Good swing in those Giants. Tiny hop back, but good routine.
Yep,
a little
good
short on that one
routine.
handstand, but very good routine. Having that one fall definitely puts pressure on everyone else in that lineup, and Arkansas is really keeping the momentum going after that.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more ball for Florida.
Back up on vault for the University of Florida exhibition, Amelia Hundley. She's a senior from Hamilton, Ohio. 9.9 is the high on this event for her.
Amelia's going to do a Yurchenko full here. So half of the twist less than we just saw. She has a very clean vault. Got the landing.
Very
Good vault
nice.
for her.
Chest up. And this exhibition spot, great practice, shows what you're going to do under pressure, gives the coaches a good look at how you're going to perform, and if they want to insert you into the competition lineup for one of the next
Yeah, and
meets.
it's good to feel those hard ground landings. You don't feel those in practice every day, so to really feel what that feels like and move forward and continue that on with the next routines, I think that's definitely something the coaches are going to look for.
Next up on bars, another exhibition for Arkansas, Kiara Genfanda.
She's a freshman, so here's her first college routine too.
Wow,
Huge
huge.
release. Good handstand there too. Little closed shoulders, but good form.
Little leg
Little leg
separation.
separation there, yep. Arkansas really does have good lines. You don't see a lot of pike tips or anything like that. Good stuff
Good.
this round too. Good for her.
She trained at the J.C. Phelps Athletic Center in Indiana. She was the 2019 Indiana State Level 10 champion.
So she's got a few routines under her belt too.
So, Amanda, what did you think about Florida on the vault, that rotation?
I think vault is always a hard event to start out on. You have a lot of energy. You want to get those landings, but you don't want to under-rotate. So we saw both of that. We saw some good landings. We saw some under-rotated. And then we saw, of course, those step forwards, hop forwards. But all in all, good way to start the season. I think they have good confidence moving forward with 5 Yurchenko 1.5s in lineup, which I don't think Florida's had that in a while. 5-10 start value. So good way to start the meet. Now they can kind of take a breath and get to bars and get the nerves settled a little bit.
A lot of nerves on vault, and I always feel like for Florida at the beginning of the year, Florida doesn't get those landings.
Absolutely.
And it takes a long time to feel it and get it. And you think each one of those steps is at least a 10.
At least a 10. So
and,
you
and
add
all
that
of
up.
those add up.
Yep. And I think, like you're saying, that landing it's hard to feel. It's hard to get that idea in your head in the gym, in the practice gym, because it is a softer landing. You have more give, so to really get those reps in on hard ground is key.
And for Florida, the first rotation, they have a score of 49.125 for the vault rotation, and Arkansas has a 48.625.
So it was good that both of those teams could drop those falls. So
Yes, they did not have to count either of the falls on those rotations. We're going to let you...
so good, and now we really have the same lineup, just one new face. So.
And Jenny Rowland was an All-American on bars when she competed at Arizona State. She was the first ever Sun Devils to get a 10-0 on bars.
That's impressive. I didn't know that little fact.
Yeah.
Good research there. So we're going to start on vault for the second rotation.
And our lead-off vaulter for every meet last season, Jessica Yamzon, the senior.
Consistent competitor. Those are the 2 words I would use.
Her vault high is a 9.85.
She does a Yurchenko full. Good landing. A little step backwards.
A good block.
Again, yeah, just getting used to those landings. It's early in the season. You're going to see little hops here and there. But consistent. I mean, that's all you can ask for.
And an athletic family. Her brother, Justin, plays basketball at BYU in Hawaii. On bars, there's that leadoff freshman, Peyton Richards. Level 10 all-around bars, beam champion.
Good handstand there. She's going to do a shaposh, a little leg separation in the back, but good connection right to the bail handstand. Very clean form. Good handstand there. There's that swing I was talking about that Owen likes so much. Right up to the double layout. All right!
Step landing.
job
What
by the
an
freshman.
opening routine for Peyton Richards.
That is some serious confidence for the rest of that bar lineup.
And that is why they put her first.
Yep. You said it perfectly.
Next up on vault for Arkansas is going to be Kiara Johnfanya.
Kiara Champagna.
She is 4'11", and she is powerful.
Very powerful. Here she goes on the vault. Powerful run right off the bat. Yurchenko full, little close shoulders, so that's how we saw a little pike hips in the air there. But again, good
Good
Yurchenko
vault.
full, good vault.
But again, that Yurchenko full is only out of a 9.5, so the highest, 9.95,
yep.
and that's the highest you can expect if you do it perfectly.
Next on the bars for your Florida Gators, Rachel Gowie.
Rachel Gowie, second up on bars, high of a 9.95 on this event.
Gowie had some injuries last season, so I'm excited to see her go all out senior year. She has a beautiful bar routine. Huge release. Her toe point, I just can't get enough of her lines.
It's extra point.
Extra point. She does a pack salto. I don't think we've seen that yet tonight. Connected that right up to the high bar. Great handstand there too. Here's her double layout dismount. Open hips. Good landing.
Another step landing.
Dismount.
Gorgeous routine from Rachel Gowie.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Here we go, that replay. Great release move right down the low bar. Just squeezes those legs together.
Her giants are so powerful right there.
And that stuck landing. Throw that head back.
Look at Owen in the background.
So
too.
happy.
Great routine to start off her senior year.
Next up on vault, Madison Hickey, freshman.
Another freshman in lineup. Good height off the table. Again, that little step back, but that's a big vault, big Yurchenko full.
She's listed as a vault and floor specialist.
I can tell. That's some power in that vault too. She'll carry that over to floor, I'm sure.
She's from Sycamore, Illinois. Over up on bars, we're going to have next Amelia Hunley, a high of 9.975 on this event. Competed uneven bars in every meet last season.
Amazing. Amelia's another one of those consistent competitors. There's Rachel Gowie's score. Looks like 985. Amelia goes from low to high, high to low, back and forth, the whole routine. There's her shaposh right down to the low bar. We're going to see that again one more time, but with a half. Right up to the high bar.
Gorgeous.
She just floats in those shapashes. Here's her half in, half out. Got the landing! Great job! Stuck landings are contagious. I believe it.
They're just building and building on each other's energies and their scores, and that is going to be a high-scoring
Yep.
routine for
There's
Florida.
that shaposh again.
Right back up, add the half twist.
Amazing.
On vault, Claire Rogers, the freshman from Kansas City, Missouri, Fusion Gymnastics,
3 freshmen in a row here on vault.
collegiate debut.
Great Yurchenko full. That might have been the best landing so far Arkansas has seen. Super high, very clean form. That college debut is always so fun to watch. I love that.
Next up on bars is going to be Savannah Shane here for Florida, high of a 9.925. She said this year she's most looking forward to bars. It's the same routine, but she's been working on all the little things and is ready to show it off.
Something you're going to look out for on this routine is her last scale. Her dismount is something you don't see all the time. Very difficult. We'll see it here at the end. Good handstand. Huge Jaeger
Huge.
release. Her toe point too, all the way down.
Pointing through the ankles.
Yep. Good bail handstand. She's gonna go right up back to the high bar to see that dismount here. Another great handstand.
Gorgeous.
Here it is. Double front with a half and nails that landing again.
Gorgeous, gorgeous routine for Savannah Shane here. That is going to be close to her
I agree.
collegiate best.
Here's her dismount again. Oh, no, that was the Jaeger. Just good form, good swing, good rhythm. Something consistent you see in Florida's lineup all
Just
the time.
effortless movement. Here's that dismount, the half ending, faces forward. Gorgeous. Next up on vault,
Sarah
we have
Schaefer.
Sarah Schaefer Jr.
That's a different vault we've seen today. It's Yurchenko half, laid out half. Had a little hop back in the landing, but pretty vaults. I like seeing different things.
And her long body just looked gorgeous floating through the air. Over back on bars, we're going to move on to Trinity Thomas, high of 9.975 on this event last year. She scored that 3 times, almost perfect.
I remember. We were like, give her the 10.
Yes. Last year, she was the most valuable player, outstanding newcomer, and most consistent.
She goes low to high as well, like Amelia did. Good chapash. Pack salto down to the low bar. She's a little rushed, but good handstand there.
Nice handstand.
Good swing. Double layout, usually way above the bar. Yep. Another great landing. Fought for it a little bit, but good job.
She had it, then she just put it down quickly. But that's up to the judge. Yep. Up to the judge if they counted a stick or not.
Loud in here too.
Next up on vault, their final performer, Kennedy Hambrick, scored a 9.9 against LSU last year. A sophomore from Pearland, Texas.
Here she goes on the vault. Yurchenko full. Got the landing, but chest down a little bit. Wasn't as rotated as you would like to see, but again,
got a lot of distance.
A lot of distance, just needs that to go up a little bit more, and that'll be a great vault.
The final performer for Florida, Megan Skaggs on bars, high of a 9.95. She is most excited for bars. She learned her double layout in college and is excited to be able to perform that tonight.
I know we've said it for everyone so far, but Skaggs really has beautiful rhythm throughout her bar routine. It's something that she just does day in and day out.
She was most improved for Florida and also received the Team Scholar Athlete Award.
Skaggs will start on the high bar. Great way to start with that handstand. Another huge release, and she goes straight down to the low bar for the pack. A little bit around the side on that one. Great form though. Here's that double layout you were just talking about. Tiny hop, but great landing.
And if we didn't say, Amelia Hunley got a 9.875 and Savannah Shane here got a 9.85.
Good first meet scores. Can't complain about those.
Yeah, and all around the country, first meet scores are going to be a little tight, a little bit lower than you're used to seeing at the end of the year, and they kind of build as the year goes on.
Yep, as you get more consistent, you get more reps with judges. With a crowd like this, you can only go up.
Trinity Thomas has scored 9.925.
Huge score. First meet was so big.
Well deserved. Exhibition on the bars, Leah Clapper. She did not compete in bars last year. This is her first time ever competing. She was an advertising major and finished her first year at UF with a 4.0.
Way to go. That is not easy. Lee's going to start right on that high bar again. Good handstand to start. She's going to do that Jaeger like we saw Arkansas do a few. A little short. Good bail though. Here comes her dismount.
Stand there. dismount.
Yeah, pulled it around there at the end. Saw the landing.
She was well above the bars, just had to lift that toe on the landing.
Yep. Good way to finish out that rotation. You can tell there's a calmness to both teams now. They just had to get that first net out of the way.
Next, Florida will move on to balance beam, and Arkansas will move on to floor. We'll let you tune in to warm-ups, and we'll be back.
Hi, I'm Kylie McLean, and I'm a member of the University of Florida cheerleading team. I'm a sophomore at the University of Florida, majoring in microbiology. What makes me so passionate about my role is
Is a 97.15.
Beam and floor are it's always good to halfway point. Again, I think we'll see the nerves calm down a little bit for Arkansas on floor, and then of course beam is just always a nerve-wracking event, no matter what rotation it is.
It's only 4 inches wide. All your nerves, if you have any, are going to show on beam.
Absolutely. Just gotta breathe, take it one skill at a time, and that is something Amelia Hunley does on that leadoff spot.
She has a high, Amelia Hunley on beam, has a high of 9.925. She competed balance beam in every meet of last season. She's a great person for this lead-off position.
Yeah, she's been in this situation before. Calming her nerves a little bit.
The girls get to pick a song to perform balance beam, just in the background.
Yep. Nice and calm. She looks confident up there. She'll start off here with a front aerial. Connected to a Sassone. Nice and solid. Looks confident. Here's her series. Back handspring, layout, step out. Nice fight on that landing. It's a beat jump to a switch side.
I love how strong she looks when she finishes her skills.
Every landing has a place, and she shows that with all of her finishes. Good full turn. That skill can be tricky sometimes for her, so good job.
It's a required element, and it can be a tricky
Gets the
one.
best of you sometimes. Here's her dismount. Round off 1.5. Good stick landing.
The landing.
Awesome way to start the beam rotation. Great job for Amelia Hunley.
That is going to be a great leadoff score for Florida.
It's going to give the team a lot of confidence moving forward. They don't have to worry about dropping any scores.
First up on floor, Arkansas's leadoff gal, Jessica Yamzon, senior,
Once again.
high of 9.875 on this event. She said the team is bonding through all of these coaching changes, and she feels like she's stepping up as a leader for this team.
Yeah, she's been through here 4 years, seen a lot, I'm sure, with different teams, and has a fun, upbeat Florida team.
She is sassy and shows it off.
Very high double tuck. Yes, definitely sassy. Good word to describe that. She's done this a few times, you can tell. Here's her second pass. Double pike. Good landing.
Nice.
Chest up. Controlled to the lunge.
She's having a lot of fun out there,
So is the team. Look at them.
and especially on these away rotations.
Yeah, you really have to
competitions.
bring the energy up
Yeah.
because
It's not your normal crowd.
Right. Pretty leaps. She's fun to watch. Jordan Weber, head coach, right behind her, smiling. Here's her last pass. Front layout, front fold. Again, consistent lead-off spot. Definitely deserved.
Solid performer. Next up on beam, we're going to have freshman Peyton Richards. Again, all-around competitor on 3 today. Beam is her favorite.
She has a super hard series. Back handspring layout, step out to a layout, step out again. So 3 skills on that 4-inch piece of wood.
She is the 2017 Junior Olympic Level 10 Senior A beam champion.
Well, it makes sense as to why she'd be in lineup tonight. Full turn right off the bat. Here's that series. Solid.
And
Look
to
at that
fit
smile.
that triple series on that beam, she was right on the edge and she knew where she was the entire time.
Not easy, but definitely worth the risk.
There's a smile.
She's loving it. She just has fun all the time. I feel like she just enjoys what she's doing every day on every event. Here's her dismount. Side aerial to the full. Got the landing, looks like. Look
Just
at
a
her.
little hop.
She is loving it.
Great show of the first. Here's that triple series back handspring. Layout, step out, just
Look at that, right on
solid.
the end of that beam. Hard series.
Next up on floor for Arkansas, Kiara Johnfanya, freshman from Indiana.
I feel like it's always an adjustment for freshmen on floor. You have to really let your personality shine out. You don't do that as much in level 10. Here's her double pike, opening pass. Great landing.
Very high.
There's her smile, too. Second pass. 1.5 to a front layout. Good landing again. I love watching the team in the back do their dance with them.
And now on floor, bars and beam, the gymnasts are starting from a 9.4 start value. So this year they're having to put 0.6 of bonus into their routines.
Instead of that 5 that we've seen in the past.
Most were doing extra anyway,
Right.
just in case one skill didn't go as planned. But now you have to have at least 0.6 bonus. So it's been changing some people's
It has,
routines.
and especially the leaps and jumps. You'll see some extra leaps, maybe 2 connected in a row instead of just the normal. Again, we see Jordan Weaver in the back there, cheering her on. Double tuck, good landing, a little chest down, but took a nice controlled lunge out of it. Great ending.
Good routine
Fun
for
routine.
Kiara's first one out as a freshman. Next up on beam is going to be Leah Clapper, sophomore, high of 9.875, and she is most looking forward to beam. She wants to dazzle the crowd and stick this landing. She was part of 5 balance beam lineups as a freshman.
Yeah, she was put in the middle of season last year, and she knows how to handle it, handle the pressure. She does that same series we just saw Peyton Richards do. She is confident on this event. She'll smile. Here's that series. There you go, hung on to the end there. Clean form. There's her smile.
She has very sharp movements, very clean.
Leap series, switch leap to a split jump. Good 180 there on the second jump there. And she'll finish with the same dismount we just saw Peyton do. Side aerial to a full. Small hop back, but good routine for Leah.
Another solid performance by Florida. Next up For Arkansas on floor is going to be Madison Hickey, the freshman from Sycamore, Illinois, that vault and floor specialist.
She had a powerful vault, so I'm sure she will have a powerful floor routine here. Here's her first tumbling pass. Double pike, good landing.
She was just over to the side a little bit,
but stayed in bounds.
and it's fine for the gymnast to have the landing mat. They just have to draw the border line so they know where the bounds are.
A little bit more serious of a routine than we've seen so far with Arkansas. Here's her second pass. 1.5 to a front layout. Definitely powerful gymnast. Fun routine. There's a team in the background doing it with her. Big deep breath before that last pass. Run it by Canspring, double tuck. Pulled it around there. It didn't look like she had a great punch, but pulls it around. There's
Great
that power.
last landing. And their coach, their assistant coach, Caitlin Orell, who was originally named as a volunteer assistant coach, became the interim assistant coach. She is their lead choreographer for the team.
Good choreography so far. You see a lot of different things, a lot of different styles. It's always, that's exciting as a freshman, I feel like, when you come in and you know you're going to do floor.
Next up on beam for Florida, Alyssa Bauman, high of a 9.975 on this event. She is the 2018 and 2019 SEC balance beam champion.
Alyssa is a beamer, there is no doubt.
She's always so gorgeous, so
sharp.
calm.
Switch leap to a split jump, beautiful lines all the way down to the toe point.
And that flexibility, over 180
Over
split.
180, well over. A Canspring layout, step out, solid. I love how every finish has, her hands are just so sharp throughout the whole routine. Switch half, that's not an easy skill there.
I was going to say, very difficult and just nails it.
She just owns the beam. Great side aerial.
Sharp arms.
There's the sass, the Alyssa sass. She'll finish with her dismount.
This has been a gorgeous routine so far, just that dismount left.
See if she can get the landing. Nails it! Great routine for Alyssa.
Huge routine for Alyssa Bauman.
Serious momentum builder there.
Her
Great
teammates
job.
are chanting 10.
That is awesome. How fun.
And
I
don't know where
what
they
you
get
would
the
take.
deduction.
There's that series again, just nails the landing, so sharp. Great routine for Alyssa.
Next up on floor for Arkansas, Kennedy Hambrick, the sophomore from Pearland, Texas. 9.85 is her high that she got at SECs last year.
Here's her opening pass. Double tuck. Big
double
set
tuck.
on that rebound there. Again, another style floor routine. Front handspring, Rudy to a layout. I love that when they connect like that. So fun, so different. And it really gives the judges, it's hard for them to take anything when you don't have a landing there.
Exactly. They are allowed to do a jump out of it instead of trying to get the landing. Very unique.
Very unique. I think in a home meet crowd, this will be a fun full routine. It's hard here on the road, but. Here's our leap series. Good flexibility. Just
Just a little jump out of that
little
dance.
hop. Solid floor routine so far. Let's see her last pass. Round up back handspring. Double pike. Got the landing as well. Finished the college finish. Love it.
Pretty good. Just a little hop here or there, but solid. Next up on beam is Rachel Gowie, high of a 9.95. Looking forward to beam the most. It's the same routine that she's had every year, but she just feels like she's getting more consistent. She shared the 2019 SEC Balance Beam title with a 9.95.
I said Alyssa was a beamer, but so is Rachel Gowie.
And it's a very unique routine.
Very unique. We're going to see a triple series from her again, like we saw earlier in the lineup. She's just so pretty to watch. Everything flows together. She's calm.
Yes, has a very good ease about her on beam.
Switch leap, split jump, over 180 again. Here's that triple series. 3 skills in a row. Back handspring, layout, step out, layout, step out. Good fight. She was a little bit off on that second one, but
Brought it back.
way to finish it.
Did not give up.
No, so pretty to watch, like I said before. Here's her front aerial to immediate Sisson. Great routine so far.
Good full turn.
Flexibility is just out of this world. Now her descent is something we haven't seen yet this competition. She's going to do a gainer full off the side of the beam. Got the landing. Wow, again, great routine. Rachel Gowie.
The Gators are just building and building on
Every
these beam
routine.
routines. I love the stuck landings.
Yes, first meet out to all these 6. That's impressive.
Next up on floor for Arkansas is redshirt freshman Bailey Lovett.
So this is the only event she competed last year. Loud music in here. Here's her opening pass. Double layout. That was just easy for her. Wow.
Just skipped into it. I was not expecting that.
Not at all. Here's her second pass. Front layout, front full. A little hop out of the landing, but you can tell she's got the power.
Could have added a leap at the end.
There you go. There's some sass. Pretty leaps. I'm very impressed with all of Arkansas's choreography. It's all different. A lot of
Yes.
times you'll see teams who have the same kind of theme of choreography, but this is not the case tonight.
And that's what's so fun about floor. You get to play with your personality, your own music, and really show it off.
Here's her last pass. Huge double tuck, sky high.
Skyrocket, man.
Great routine.
That should be a high-scoring routine for Arkansas.
They're putting together a great floor rotation.
Next up on beam, our last competitor, Trinity Thomas, has a high of 9.925 on this event. She's the only current member of U.S. senior national team to also be on an NCAA roster.
Can you believe that? That is just talent, hard work. Wow. Trinity is very calm on the balance beam. A little different leap series there. We don't always see that. Her arms are just so flexible. Look at those shoulders all the way back. Here's her series. One arm back handspring layout step out. Beautiful.
Very unique. Former Gator Ajane Dickerson used to do that same series.
I remember that. Here's her front aerial to a jump, down to the low beam. Not the low beam, the beam.
And all of her poses in between the skills are so beautiful. I love her facial expressions during all.
It doesn't look like she's on a beam. She looks like she's just on the floor doing her thing.
And often some of the poses are from floor.
That's true. Stuck that. Showed it off and all.
Gorgeous
Girls.
landing.
All cheering 10 again.
Now, Rachel Gowie got a 9.95.
That is matches her career best, I believe.
Yes, that is. It matches her career best, but if she got a 9.5,
9.5, and that was even better.
Yeah, they have to go
They
up
have to
from
go
there.
up. I agree.
So, last performer for Arkansas, Sophia Carter, junior from Missouri. She competed as an individual at the 2019 NCAA championships on floor last year.
So we can expect big difficulty, good routine here.
Finished ranked 10th in the nation.
Another big double back. We're listening to this music in warm-ups, and it's just draws the crowd in. It's something that you want to watch.
Has a high of a 9.95 last year on this floor routine.
Here's her second pass. Not enough, 1.5 to front layout.
And we're getting a lot of
We're getting
cheers
a
here
lot of cheers.
in the O-Dome because one of the judges gave Trinity Thomas a 10.0 on that routine. The other gave a 9.95, so she will get a 9.975 overall.
And that is higher than Rachel Gowie, like you just said. They had to.
Huge, well-deserved beam routine for Trinity Thomas.
Great flexibility here on floor.
Sophia anchored every floor meet in 2019.
And here she is again. Last pass. Up. Nice double pike. I love her finishes. Big smile at the end. Love that choreography. Great routine.
Arkansas wrapping up their core routines. That was Sophia Carter.
I think that was Arkansas's best rotation so far. Fun to watch. No major mistakes.
Good landings. Next up on beam, an exhibition by Florida, Megan Skaggs. She also shared the title for SEC 2019 beam champion with a 9.95. In every beam lineup in 2019, now in the exhibition position this year, there are so many routines that Florida can put up this
The
year.
depth is just amazing. That's something that my last 4 years at Florida, we weren't lucky with that much depth. So that's exciting for them. They can play with different people. And Skaggs, to me, I'm surprised not to see her in the lineup. I think she is a beautiful beamer, but then again, it's just competition day in and day out. So
And Jenny said they have 11 people who she could put in at any time on beam.
that is almost 2 full lineups.
And so they are going to have to fight for their position and have a healthy competition between the girls.
yes,
for
healthy competition
who is going to be in lineup.
key. Here's her series back handspring, layout step out. Great landing there. She has sharp choreography as well. Switch side. Skaggs has had some ankle injuries in the past, so it could just be still healing, still trying to get back to full everything, but great dismount. Little hop on the landing, but great routine.
Great routine. And great to get those first meet nerves out,
Yes.
even though she was just in the exhibition
Yes,
position.
that was 7 great routines from Florida. I mean, you can't, that's not something every team has lucky enough to have that
and
many.
I feel like Florida has excelled under Jenny on beam. Sometimes in the past years, before Jenny, beam was always such a struggle, and they just thrive on beam.
Yep, definitely just that confidence that you have to put in the reps in practice and just act like it's a normal day when you come out here on the competition floor.
and a solid floor for Arkansas. They scored a 49.
4 years of gymnastics, every event. That is impressive. I don't know of any off the
I
top
know
of
no
my
one
head.
else that has ever done that.
Switch half right off the top of that beam routine. Looks confident, of course. That's what you want in a leadoff spot. She's going to do a triple series as well. Back handspring, layout, step out. Beautiful.
Solid. And unfortunately, the lead-off position tends to have a lower score. So
Right.
she's kind of, in a way, sacrificing a higher score that she could have had going later in the lineup by starting off the team strong, and that says a lot about her.
Yeah, that's the whole part about college gymnastics. It's a team sport. You're up there competing individually, but you have a team behind you that needs confidence as well. Finishes routine with a great side gainer flow off there.
Great way to start off for Arkansas. So much ease.
Yeah, again, doesn't look like she's on a beam.
Starting off Florida on floor, Sydney Johnson-Sharp, sophomore from Claremont, Florida. She is most excited to compete floor. She has a new upbeat routine and hopes to get the crowd involved. Her highest is a 9.8 at LSU last year.
Sydney was in lineup a few times last year on floor. In this leadoff spot too, I believe. Her artistry and that choreography is definitely what to look for here.
And then she was tending to have too much energy and had a problem
Right.
staying in bounds. So I'm excited for her to hone it in this year.
Here's her first pass. Double pike. See, there you go. There's that landing. Nice and controlled step backwards. Watching Jeremy on the side is still the best.
And she is a dancer.
Here's her second pass. 1.5 to a front layout, and that jump out of it. Definitely upbeat, like she said. Fun to watch. I love this league series right here. So different.
The crowd loved it
The
too.
crowd loves that.
She's a 4-time member of the junior and senior national team.
Yep, she was in that elite world just like her mom was back
Yep.
in the day.
She is the daughter of 1988 U.S. Olympian Randy Johnson.
I love the different music changes. There's that gator chomp that everyone loves so much.
You're going to see it in every routine, and sometimes it's hidden, and sometimes it's in your face.
Last pass, double tuck. That's probably her best routine I think I've seen Sydney do. Good for her.
Floor coach Adrian Berde,
With
fist
the-
pumping and happy with that routine.
Love the fist pumps. That is so great.
Great first floor routine for Sydney. She's happy about that.
Teammates
Her teammates
are
are happy. Gave me chills.
Me
That's such
too.
a good
That's
feeling.
so awesome. Freshman year is a hard year, and she totally came back to life, I feel like, this preseason, and just knows what she's doing now.
Next
what to
up on
expect.
beam, Kiara John Fania, freshman from Indiana.
Freshman, first beam routine, there's got to be nerves. Here's her series. Back handspring out, step out. It's a little different full turn there.
I like that.
You always want to separate yourself somehow in routines to the judges, and that was different. Front toss. That's a tricky skill.
Yeah. And just a teeny wobble at the end.
Switch
That
leg
was
back
solid.
tuck. Good smile there.
And even though Jessica had a pretty solid routine, she only scored a 9.775.
That's like what we were saying. The first spot is always a tough one. You don't know what the judges are really going to do with it. Here's her dismount. Round off 1.5. Small hop on the landing.
She's
Good
happy
meet
with
for the
it.
freshman, though.
Yeah.
Tough first meet. She handled it well.
Next up on floor, Rachel Gowie, the senior from Urbandale, Iowa. High of a 9.9 on this event.
Those leotards are pretty on Florida. Get to see it up close here. Rachel Gowie's floor routine is always my favorite. It's just so, she draws in the crowd. It's not super upbeat, but it's really pretty to watch. Great music.
And it's almost more dramatic.
Yeah, very dramatic. Really has to work with the music. Here's her opening pass. Front layout. Front Rudy. That was a high front Rudy. That's 1.5 twists. There's a gator chop again.
And she has beautiful flexibility, shows it off.
Incredible toe point. I know we've talked about it tonight, but over and over. Here's Galley's double tuck.
Huge double tuck.
Huge double tuck. So Gabby only had 2 passes in that floor routine, but
got a
still
lot of
has a
bonus in her dance and leaps.
I think that'll help her too, injury-wise. She's had some last year. She had a back injury, so I think that's going to help her even more so this year.
Next up on beam for Arkansas, Bailey Lovett. Only competed again, only in floor, so this is the first time ever competing on the balance beam.
Sometimes coming off floor, going to beam, you have to really take a deep breath. It's a totally different energy. Good switch leap, split jump.
And then you're hearing the home crowd
While
from
you're
the
doing
floor
the floor routine.
while you're trying to concentrate on beam.
An aerial to a layout step out. That is not an easy series, not something you see every day. Ooh.
She tried to fight it. So that will be the 5/10 deduction for the fall, and
Yep.
hopefully they can drop that score.
It's hard. First beam routine ever in college. Here's her dismount. Gainer pike off the end of the beam. Small step.
So they have to lift that teammate up.
Right.
The rest need to step up. They have 3 more competitors who need to go and hit.
Those last 2 are usually your top scorers, and it's always tough though coming off a fall. You just gotta rein it back in and pretend like it didn't happen.
Next up on floor for Florida, Amelia Hunley has a high of 9.95, and she is most looking forward to floor. She's got an 80s rock theme.
Yes.
Floor
This
music.
crowd is going to love it.
She said she grew up with her dad always listening to it and her brothers, and she wants you to get into the We Will Rock You part.
I think the O-Dome will love that part. Here we go. Round off whip to a double tuck. Love that expression at the end. Here it goes.
Yeah.
The team's all into it too. Round off. Double pike. Great ending.
Nails that double pike. She said the double pike is her favorite part of the floor routine. Even though it's so simple,
Right.
she feels like she floats through the air, and
Great
that's her
form.
favorite pass.
The biggest smile I think I've ever seen Amelia in a floor routine.
And if you're having fun, it puts a
Yes.
smile on the judge's face.
How can you not smile looking at this?
There we
it
go.
is. Gator chomp. One more pass for Meals. One and a half to a front layout.
Nails it.
Great routine. How fun. Makes you want to get out there and dance with her.
solid routine for Amelia Hunley for Florida.
The
That's
crowd
going to be a
loves
huge
it.
score.
Yep. We're doing the kick line. That is so funny.
Next up on balance beam, Kaylee Gillings, a junior from Beach City, Texas. Listed as all around, but only has competed balance beam in the past.
So the pressure's on her a little bit, coming off of that fall. Full turn. A little wobble there.
She walked out of it. It's part of her dance.
There you go. Here's her series. Backhand swing, layout. Good
Fought for
fight,
it.
good fight. The nerves are high. Front aerial. Just a little bobbly.
And she's also having to do her beam routine
With
while
the
the Odom's
music.
singing Tom Petty.
She looks composed though. She doesn't look scared or timid.
This is her specialty.
Looks like here will be her dismount. Side aerial full.
She looked a little far from the
Little
end, but
bit.
she made it.
But she stayed on. That's all you can ask for. Especially coming off of a fall.
Next up on floor from Florida, Nia Reed, high of a 9.925 on this event. Most looking forward to floor. She loves flying high, and she loves the drumline mix of this floor music.
We've seen some Gators in the past do some drumline stuff, so it's nice to bring it back.
Last year, she shared at the Missouri meet the highest floor score in a season opener with 9.925.
So she has the opportunity to do it here again. She's a powerful gymnast. Does vault and floor mainly. Here's her first pass. Big double layout.
Huge double layout.
Great.
Nails it.
Great landing. Stays in bounds.
Then gets sassy.
Here's her second pass. Here comes the drums, like she said. Rudy again, 1.5 twist.
Very nice.
That's what she's been looking forward to. Here's her last pass. Gator chomp
Nice gator
first.
chomp.
Double pike.
So much height.
Great landing again.
Just straight up and down with the chest for that landing.
Two
Huge
great floor routines in
routine.
a row.
The team loves it. The crowd loves it.
Crowd's on their feet too over there.
Next up on balance beam for Arkansas, it's going to be sophomore Kennedy Hambrick from Pearland, Texas. Her highest score on this event, 9.9 at 2019 SECs.
It's a fun little mount there. So much calmer music in the background this time. Backhand spring layout. Holds on to the landing there. Switch leap to switch half. You can just tell that they're a little
Little tight.
nervous, a little tight.
But again, first meet out.
And she stays on, but each one of those wobbles is at least a tenth. They can take a tenth and a half.
Right, so it
and
just
all
adds
of them
up.
add up.
Yeah. Straddle 3/4. Another skill you don't see often. Here's her dismount. Gainer full off the side. Fought for the landing,
Chest down.
but good. Another routine
Stayed
on
on.
the beam.
Next up on floor, second to last. She's fifth in the lineup. Trinity Thomas. Her high on floor is a 9.975. She was nearly perfect 5 times last year. She too is the most excited for floor. She's got a different routine this year, and she's excited to be doing something new.
New is always good.
Her 9.975 on balance beam is the highest ever in a season opener for the University of Florida.
Trinity Thomas just likes to break records. Love the music so far.
And she's just so captivating.
Yes, great word to use. Here's her double layout, just like we saw Naya.
Huge.
Even bigger. Trinity just knows how to turn it on in competition.
And the power and the grace to go from that
Mixed
huge
together.
double layout.
And her flexibility in the leaps all the way down.
It's very rare to have a gymnast that can be both this powerful and graceful and flexible.
Oh, a little weird step there, but I feel like this routine definitely fits her personality more than last year. She's just bubbly in the gym. The crowd always loves that too.
And also now the freshman year, you're getting into what you really want to do on floor.
Right. Last pass, sky high double pike.
Huge
Throws the head
finish.
back. Love it. All the coaches love it too.
Now Naya Reed got a 9.925 on
That
the last.
matches her.
And this is higher than that score.
I agree. And we still have one more to go for Florida. But we'll go back to the beam now.
Next up on balance beam, their last competitor is going to be Sophia Carter, junior from Missouri. She has a high of 9.975 on this event. The first person in program history to ever receive that score.
That is a huge score. It's a perfect someone who scores that high, who can be an anchor, who can be someone you can trust at the end of a lineup. Here's her series back handspring layout, step out, saves it.
Saves it through the crowd
Through the
cheering.
crowd.
Trinity Thomas, again,
Again.
one judge scored a 10, the other a 9.95, so we'll get a 9.975 overall.
Little wobble there.
And Sophia's trying to fight through hearing
is
this
tough.
eruption of the crowd.
Sheep jump. Has to take your eyes off the beam on that jump. Here's her dismount, side aerial, full. Got the landing, little step forward.
So Trinity Thomas, once again, almost perfect with that 9.975 on floor. We still have one more competitor to even try to go higher. Last up is Alyssa Bauman. She has a high of a 9.95 on this event, and she too is most looking forward to floor. She has dramatic floor music
Very dramatic.
and a very unique second pass and a gator chomp.
Can't forget the gator chomp.
And she too is one of those that is powerful and
And flexible.
flexible.
Wow.
There's that
I don't know what else to
flexibility.
say. first opening pass. Double tuck. Great landing. And she can even do more. She's training that double layout, and I think by the end of the season, you will see that in there.
Sometimes, first couple competitions,
Just want to feel it out.
yeah, watering it down in a way.
Here's that pass you were talking about. Here's a gator chomp. The crowd caught on to that one.
They knew it was coming.
Again, a different routine for Alyssa. She hasn't had one like this her last 2 years at college. Here's her last pass. Double pike. Again,
Nailed
a
it.
great landing.
Adrian is so happy about that one. That should at least match her
Yes, I agree. Her
collegiate
highest.
best. On beam, Arkansas has an exhibition of Sarah Schaefer. She has a high of a 9.9 on this event. A little less pressure for her
Right.
after those falls, just in the exhibition spot, but good practice.
Side aerial, side aerial. They have some unique things in their beam routine that you don't always see the normal back handspring out, step out. Very pretty split on the beam though.
Hard to hold that.
I agree. Very poised up there. Here are her jumps. Split 3/4. Here's her dismount. That same, oh, not dismount. Side semi.
Very close to the edge. Way to throw that in there right before the edge.
There's her dismount. Gainer full. That might have been one of the best routines
Yes.
Arkansas had up there.
You might see her in the lineup
Yep.
next week.
That's what an exhibition is for, though.
Last up for Florida, an exhibition of Hallie Taylor, sophomore from Tampa, Florida.
I'm excited. Hallie has never competed in the O-Dome before. So
She
this
has
is
exhibitioned on this
Right.
9.775 last year against Arkansas.
at Arkansas, though. So this is exciting. In the O-Dome, doing floor.
She has a new first pass.
She does. Sharp smile right off the top here. There's that new first pass you're talking about. Sky high full in.
Full in. Gorgeous.
So that skill is the same value as the double layouts you saw from Naya and Trinity. So great start for Hallie.
And even though I thought Alyssa Bauman had a pretty
Yeah.
solid routine, she only had a 9.85 on that.
I agree.
routine.
It's a little tight, but
It's first meet.
here's Hallie's second pass. 1/2 to a front layout, to a little stag jump. She's loving it. It's so refreshing to see someone new out there who just is excited for the opportunity.
To compete in front of this Gator crowd. So exciting. Soaking up every minute. All your hard work in the gym
All
finally
preseason.
gets to be shown to this crowd and to the nation.
Here's her last pass. Double pike, gets it around. Good job, Hallie. Love
Ends
it.
with that gorgeous Gator jump. and her teammates are ecstatic for her.
That's my
Running
favorite part
and
right
screaming
there.
and jumping.
What a
Again,
heat.
gives me the chills.
Me too. Here's Hallie's first pass again. Second pass.
All athletes, please report to the floor for our presentation of awards.
So a solid performance for Florida. On the floor, earned a 49.4 for that event. And on balance beam for Arkansas, a 48.25. They did have to count a fall on the balance beam. The Florida's all-around total, a 197.35.
Which is the nation's ties with the nation's top score of the season. Last week, there were some colleges who competed, and Oklahoma had a 190.
Florida Gymnastics here. We're going to let you watch
See
the awards. And thank you for listening in. I'm Stacy Gleim.
And I'm Amanda Cheney.
We'll see you next time.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, may we have your attention, please? It's time for the presentation of our awards for the meet this evening. Our first award of the night is the Ernestine Weaver Award. Now in its 24th season, the award is named after former Gators head coach and is given to the most entertaining performer at each Florida home meet. Presenting tonight's Ernestine Weaver Award, please welcome Florida Gators head football coach Dan Mullen. Our winner tonight really impressed the crowd with her performance on both the floor and the beam. The winner of the Ernestine Weaver Award tonight from Florida is Trinity Thomas. Congratulations, Trinity Thomas, on 2 great routines. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the individual event winners on the evening. First on the ball, with a score of 9.875 from the University of Florida, Nia Reed. On the bars, with a score of 9.925 from the University of Florida, Trinity Thomas. On the beam, with a score of 9.975 from the University of Florida, Trinity Thomas. On the floor, with a score of 9.975 from the University of Florida, Trinity Thomas. And in the all-around competition this evening, the winner with a score of 39.7 from the University of Florida, Trinity Thomas. Congratulations to all of our gymnasts in our competition this evening. And now for the team scores. Placing second this evening with a score of 194.4, University of Arkansas. And in first place in the competition this evening with a score of 197.35, the University of Florida. Again, ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause to all of our gymnasts in the competition this evening. On behalf of the Gator Gymnastics team and the University Athletic Association, we thank you for your attendance at the meet tonight. We hope to see you right back here in 2 weeks when the Gators host LSU on January 24th, 7:15 p.m.